You lie in bed at night and run the whole day again in your head. The text you sent, the thing you said at work, the way she looked at you at the party. You think if you just go over it enough times, you'll figure it out. So you replay it again and again. Morning comes and you feel worse, not better, and you still haven't moved an inch closer to fixing anything. That's what we're talking about today. Most guys think the problem is that they think too much, so they try to think less. They tell themselves, stop overthinking, like it's a switch they can flip. They try to distract themselves, scroll their phone, watch something loud, anything to shut the noise off for a minute. And it works for a minute. Then the second it's quiet again, the thoughts come right back, louder than before. So they think they just need a better trick, a better distraction. Maybe a podcast about mindset. Maybe a video like this one. They treat it like a thinking problem. Like, if they just find the right thought, the right way to see it, the noise will finally stop and they'll feel ready to move. Here's why that's wrong. You can't outthink a problem that isn't about thinking. You've already gone over it 100 times. You've turned it over from every angle you can find. You know every way it could go wrong. You've pictured every version of it. More thinking doesn't add anything new to the pile. It just repeats the same fear in a different order, dressed up like new information. Trying to think your way to calm is like pouring water into a cup with a hole in the bottom. You keep pouring and it never fills, because pouring was never the answer. The hole is the answer. And the hole here isn't a lack of the right thought. It's the fact that nothing has actually changed out in the real world. You're still standing in the exact same spot, at the exact same moment, staring at the exact same choice, untouched. So here's the real reason you can't stop overthinking. Thinking about something is not the same as doing something about it. Your mind treats a decision that's still open as danger, no matter how small it actually is. It doesn't care if you've thought about it once or run it through your head 1,000 times. As long as nothing has happened yet, your brain keeps the alarm switched on. That's its whole job. It's not trying to torture you for fun. It's trying to protect you from a choice that hasn't been made. The only thing that shuts the alarm off is action, not a better thought, not a clearer plan sitting in your head. An actual move, out loud, in the real world, even a small one. Picture the guy who wants to text a girl he met 3 days ago. He types out the message in 2 minutes. Then he sits there for 45 minutes changing 3 words. He deletes it, rewrites it, reads it out loud, deletes it again. He's not getting closer to sending it. He's just running the same fear on a loop, dressed up as being careful. His brain still thinks the situation is unsolved, so it keeps the pressure on, minute after minute, the whole time he's staring at the screen. Nothing changes until he hits send. The second he sends it, something shifts in his chest, even before she answers. Not because the outcome is different. The outcome is still unknown. It shifts because his brain finally has proof that the choice got made. The open loop just closed. This is what overthinking actually does to you if you let it run for months. It doesn't just cost you one text or one conversation. It trains your brain to treat every open decision as a threat that needs constant checking. You start replaying old conversations from weeks back. You start rehearsing conversations that haven't even happened yet. You feel tired for no reason because your mind has been working a job all day that never produces anything. You start avoiding decisions altogether because avoiding feels safer than sitting with that alarm. And the whole time you think the fix is a better thought. It's not. The fix is closing the loop your brain is stuck watching. Picture a guy standing at a party, back against the wall, watching a girl across the room. He's already had the whole conversation in his head. He knows what he'll say, how she might answer, 3 ways it could go wrong. He tells himself he's just waiting for the right moment. But the right moment isn't coming because he's not looking for a moment. He's looking for a guarantee that it goes well before he moves. 20 minutes pass. She leaves with her friends. He drives home replaying it, telling himself he'll be smoother next time, like the problem was his plan. It wasn't his plan. He had a fine plan. The problem is he stood still and thought instead of walked over and talked. His brain kept the alarm on the whole 20 minutes because as far as it knew, nothing had been decided yet. The second he would have walked over, win or lose, that alarm would have shut off. Instead, he carried it home with him, still buzzing, still unfinished. That's the cost. Not just the missed chance. The hour of static in his head for nothing. Now picture the same guy 2 weeks later, but this time it's a job. He wants to ask his manager for a raise. He's rehearsed the exact words in the shower for 4 mornings straight. He's picked Tuesday, then pushed it to Thursday, then pushed it to next week because Thursday didn't feel right. 10 days go by. He's thought about this conversation for maybe 3 hours total, spread out in pieces, and he hasn't said one word of it out loud to the person who matters. His brain doesn't know the difference between 3 hours of planning and 3 hours of actual danger. It just knows the loop is still open, so it keeps sending the same signal over and over at random times during the day. He feels it in the shower, at his desk, lying in bed at 11 at night. None of that thinking made the conversation easier. It just stretched 10 days of low-grade dread over something that will take him 90 seconds to actually say out loud. So here's what you actually do. Stop trying to think your way to ready, because ready is a feeling that shows up after you move, not before. Pick the smallest version of the action in front of you and do that one thing now, before you check it twice. Want to send a text? Send it in under a minute. Don't reread it 5 times. Want to talk to someone at the party? Walk over and say 1 sentence, that's it. Want to ask for the raise? Book the meeting today, not sometime this week. You're not trying to do any of this perfectly. You're trying to close the loop your brain is stuck on. Give yourself a rule. You get 1 pass to think it through, then you act. Not 10 passes. 1. If you catch yourself replaying something that's already done, stop and ask yourself 1 question. Is there anything left to actually do right now? If the answer is no, there's nothing to think about anymore. It's finished. Your job isn't to feel calm first. Your job is to act and let the calm show up after, because that's the only order it ever comes in. Live like this for a few months and you'll see what it actually costs you. It's not just the raise you didn't ask for or the girl you didn't talk to. It's the way your mind starts treating everything like an open file it has to guard. You start rehearsing texts you haven't sent yet and replaying ones from 3 weeks ago that already got answered. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep because some part of you was on shift all night, watching decisions that were never made. You start picking the smaller, safer option in everything, not because it's better, but because making a real choice means facing that alarm again. That's not caution. That's a mind stuck in a waiting room it built for itself. Here's the shift you need to hold on to. You've been treating your head like the place where problems get solved. It's not. It's just the waiting room. The real world is where things actually get fixed, where texts get answered, where conversations happen, where you find out what's true instead of guessing. Every minute you spend thinking about a move you haven't made is a minute spent in that waiting room, going nowhere, while the actual door stays shut in front of you. You don't need a clear head to walk through it. You need to walk through it, and your head clears because of that, not before it. Stop asking, how do I stop overthinking this? Start asking, what's the one move that makes this real right now? That question has an answer every time. The other one doesn't. Your head was never going to hand you peace. Only your hands can.